YouTube, iTunes, and live on iRadio. It's the Harley and Josh Show.
Hello?
Wow. Wow. Okay. So hi.
Hello.
We were actually on the air. You weren't, scared to death by our brand new intro.
What do you think of my new intro?
Oh, that's terrifying, man.
It is, isn't it?
It's crazy.
I felt it was time for a change, and I got working on with some new software.
Were you on PCP at the time?
And I
Not the software. I mean the drug.
Oh, okay. I was like, no, it was Native Instruments. I think it's a bit of software called Rise and Hit. Okay. So you get these real big horror sounds. And apparently a lot of those were sampled out of big movies.
Well,
stuff.
okay, for anybody listening in, that track was Morals by Aaron Buchanan and the Cult Classics, whose special guest was filling in for me last week, Tom McCarthy on the podcasty.
It was indeed.
It was Tom McCarthy on the podcasty.
He said, because he's a regular listener, so thank you for listening, Tom.
Thank you for being regular.
But he said he still listened to it, even though he was on it, and said it was very weird. It's usually weird when people are talking about you on a podcast or but then it's even weirder when you're talking and you're listening to your talking.
Exactly. And it's like the same as when you listen to a voicemail when somebody's actually sort of like, you've called somebody's house and they go, oh, I got your voicemail. Oh, I'll listen to it now. I'm like, no. And they'll just be like, hello, I forgot what I was going to... bye.
Yeah.
But generally my voicemails, yeah.
That's generally, yeah.
How you doing, Harley?
I'm good, man. I've missed you.
Somebody asked you this week.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Thanks, Tom, for helping out and not asking Harley.
Keep wanting to call him Thomas. I don't think I've ever called him Thomas.
Thomas?
That's
how I call him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that vaguely racist thing from Tom and Jerry years ago.
Yeah.
That was pretty racist, actually, wasn't it?
Was it?
Tom and Jerry, it's just oh, Thomas. No, not okay.
Depends, because you never...
Has not aged well.
No, but I'd still watch it if it's on. I mean, I could lose an hour to
I think they've edited that out of the new ones.
Like, come right back here, Thomas.
Yes, Thomas. Anyway, yes. What you been doing, boy?
Right. Well, so this week has been a bit mental. I didn't actually have well, no, I was going to say I didn't have any gigs, but I didn't have any gigs planned this week, did I?
Okay, yeah, brilliant.
However, Friday morning, I phoned you to talk about something, and you subtly hinted, "What are you up to tonight?" And I was like, "Oh, I got a night off." I was originally supposed to be gigging with a band, and that had been since cancelled.
Mental.
So I was with a night off, and as I was speaking to you, he said, "What you doing?" I was like, "I'll probably help my brother-in-law out. He's got to move an engine, so I thought I'll give him a hand with that." And you're like, "Oh, I'm." It's
quite easy to move an engine, though, isn't it? You just press the accelerator pedal.
Yeah, not when it's not attached to anything.
I'm sure it still works.
It's big old straight six BMW engine. It's
not one of those.
It's big. It's
not one of those LGBT6.
No. Just it's very, very straight six.
Good. Not good, but
it's. I mean, different sorts for different sorts.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was a better rhyme somewhere, and I can't think of what it is.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, and you said, well, it's the Hopefuls gig tonight.
Yeah.
Which I originally wasn't pipped to do. It was like we were supporting the Blueswater.
Oh, so good.
They were so good. But I was already booked out. I wasn't going to do it. And it was supposed to be just you, Andy, and Dan.
And Giles. Giles got a cold, bless him.
Oh, bless him.
On the day, and you can't really play a harmonica when you've got phlegm.
No.
Or phlegm, as it's spelt.
If you're down 2 breathing passages and using the third one to
yeah, that's the best harmonica impression I've ever done.
That's awesome. That's a beautiful noise.
Thank you.
Just give it one more time. And I've got a clean bit on that. That'll be a nice. We have our new ident. Okay.
But what?
Just do it. Yeah. So I sort of kind of turned up last minute and did that, which was. Excellent.
That was one of the tightest we'd played as well.
Oh, it was, which is weird because we hadn't really rehearsed.
So we don't need you, Rich and Giles.
No,
we do. Please don't
leave us. And I was a little bit. I didn't feel particularly great that day, did I? I was a bit zoned out for the first sort of hour or so of being there.
You hadn't eaten in
I hadn't eaten
24 hours or something.
Yeah, I hadn't. Yeah, hardly eaten anything, and it was really killing me. So I
usually what that does,
just chilled out, and yeah, it does. I've heard starvation is one of the leading cause of pretty badness. Yeah, so that was essentially my gigging weekend. I had to help Mementos set up for their gig on Saturday. When I joined the band, they said, "What dates can't you do?" And Saturday, 28th of April, was one I couldn't do because it was my girlfriend's mum's 60th birthday party, and I probably wouldn't have survived the weekend if I hadn't have gone to that. Which I really enjoyed doing. Having some family time, seeing her family as well, which I never get chance to see much of.
Do they live far away?
Yeah, they're all sort of South Essex way, so not a million miles away, but it's they don't get a chance to see each other as much as they'd like to.
Oh, that's nice you made the effort, boo.
So it's good excuse to
get out of the Suffolk County. It's scary, isn't it, boo?
I know, right? Right.
So as soon as you cross that bit when you go Colchester, it says you are now leaving Suffolk.
I'll tell you what, it's always surprising me how quickly the accent changes as soon as you get to like Manningtree.
Like, right, boy, right, boy, right, boy. Hello, sir.
No, not that accent. All right, mate. Yeah. I think that's where Giles got his cold. Went to Essex, got a cold.
Caught in Essex.
So caught Essex. Oh dear. He had a horrible orange tint to him.
In Wales, Giles.
Yeah, well, yes.
I want to see that program.
So yeah, because they were playing at a big venue, they played at the Corn Exchange on the big stage, where it was for a charity do. So a whole big ball with food and stuff, but they didn't. Their PA system wasn't quite powerful enough.
Which was this again? Sorry,
this was the Mementos.
Mementos. Sorry, yeah.
It's really hard to say that quickly.
Yeah.
Mementos.
Was it a momentous occasion? Was it?
It was a momentous occasion. Yeah. So I used my system and I helped them set up and stuff, and it was really upsetting because sitting there, loading up and getting a massive sound in a big room with thousands of seats, knowing that all those people will be there watching and going, I'm not going to be here. And as I left, we had a guy called...
A cry.
Yes, we had a guy called Nick, who we talked about last week, who bass player for Jupiter Ray.
Oh, yeah, you did say, yeah.
And he depped in for me, and I haven't really spoken to him much, but we kind of spoke a little bit beforehand, just exchanging details on the songs that were a little bit less by the book. And sort of, I kind of went, yep, there's your bit. Look after them for me.
Feed them after midnight.
Yeah.
I mean, don't feed them after midnight.
It's always before midnight. It's never after midnight.
Yeah.
12 o'clock or 1 a.m. is 23 hours before midnight. So that doesn't really work.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you exist.
That's why I'm still here.
People kept feeding you.
Yeah.
After midnight. Yeah.
So that was pretty much my weekend. Really, it was really good fun.
That's great, mate.
It was good.
That's lovely, that. Yeah.
It was nice and short. I was still very busy prepping stuff. We got new stuff for Chart Attack coming next week because we've got a busy weekend ahead. But we'll get to that at the end, won't we?
That concludes our news section. One Harley did, Smooth Harley do stuff. Yes, Harley did.
Well,
there. Okay, cool, nice. Yeah, we're bringing back the jingles. If you haven't noticed, ladies and gentlemen,
we did extra jingles last week to try and make up for your absence.
What? No, you just wanted to hear my grating voice.
Yeah, I did.
You bugger. It was a really interesting podcast to listen to.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, well done, Tom McCarthy. That was quite nice. I was listening to it the day it came out on the Thursday.
Oh, yes.
Because I was on the Monday, I couldn't listen live because I was doing a funeral, unfortunately. I was playing the wake for somebody who was a fan of the band. They unfortunately died. Len Took. Nice guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really nice because his kids were there and they're very young and they were dancing around and just enjoying themselves. There were balloons, so we were just sort of playing with them and sort of keeping their mind off it. So it was a nice little affair.
You don't get many funerals.
You'd be surprised.
Gigs as a band. Done
I've
many?
done about 5 or 6. In
Okay,
the past.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's not many. You're right.
But
yeah, it's when you do Johnny Cash music,
Of
you
course.
get quite a lot because there's that quote from Walk the Line. You look like you're dressed for a funeral. Perhaps I am,
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, so you'll get that quite a lot. And it was really fun to listen to the podcast on Thursday. Well done to Tom. Thank you for stepping in last minute. Talked about some interesting stuff to do with touring, and I just really appreciated that. But I've been a busy boy.
Far away.
A busy boy. I was off from the show, but I was still working on the show behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, because we now have our long-threatened Spotify playlist.
Oh my god!
It's available, guys.
It's there,
and I had a lot of fun curating this. Actually, the thought came into my head because there was a secondary objective here.
Yeah.
Because I have music on Spotify through the Lockerbillies, and if you go on Spotify, I think it's artists.spotify.com. If you have a Spotify account and you also have music that you've uploaded via CD Baby or TuneCore that is on Spotify, so I have a JS and the Lockerbillies, artist page, and then I have my Josh Lock account. If you go onto artists.spotify.com, you can link those two things, so you can use it as part of your socials. So I'm looking at it because what I'm trying to do is get onto Spotify playlists, and just sort of try and spread the music around that way, because that seems to be the new gatekeepers of our musical
They're
industry.
the new charts.
They are the kind of the new Radio Ones, if you may. So it's kind of trying to get onto those, because there isn't on Spotify. If you look this up, there's no sort of message user or contact user through Facebook, Twitter, or anything like this. So if you want to get on their playlist, they kind of have to find you. So a lot of the time, to get more known on Spotify and to get more a higher chance of you getting on a playlist, you have to make your own playlists, you have to follow other people, and you just basically have to be active.
You have to use it as a social media sort of platform.
Exactly, you have to kind of use it what they made it for. It's kind of beating the algorithm trying to do that. So I followed a bunch of playlists, just started talking to, sort of like sharing stuff through the site, and thought I'd make the Harley and Josh Show playlist. So now what I'm going to be doing is every time we play a new song on the radio on our show, I'll add that to the list.
Awesome, yeah.
But of course, sorry, carry on.
Is the Aaron Buchanan song that we opened with?
It will be.
It will be. We'll chuck that on. Yeah. So if you're listening in podcast version and you haven't heard that, click the link. Click the link in the description below that says
Look
the
down.
Harley and Josh Show Spotify playlist.
Exactly, yeah. It's going to be in the bottom of all of our podcasts and everything like this, because we have been cutting out the songs because of copyright in the podcast. So now, if you're frustrated with that, all you have to do is look below and look at the open Spotify link, and you'll be able to find all the tracks that we were talking about.
And of course, you can then hear all the music we've played ever, and maybe a few other ones or artists we've spoken about but not had a chance to play their songs. You can listen to their music on there. So
exactly. And also, this is all on the Mixcloud, on the IO Radio Mixcloud. So if you wanted to listen to the full unedited thing, you go to there.
We're making it very easy. You can go to so many different places to listen to it.
Exactly.
You can even have it download to your iPhone automatically just by clicking the subscribe button on iTunes on your phone.
Yeah.
So there's no excuses really.
Yeah, exactly. You've got
no excuses.
Exactly. If your homework is not in time, sorry, I'm in teacher mode. Right. Okay. So So last week, crikey, what did I do? I did write some stuff down. Woo. So I was actually on the Tuesday after we spoke, I went and met with Mo Noble. She is the manager of 3 out of 10, a band we've played on here before and that are on the Spotify playlist. And for her sort of final major project, she is doing kind of a fanzine thing for the local music scene, which I thought was, it's a great thing for somebody to do. We don't really get enough fanzines anymore. Because now we've got blogs and stuff, and then it's easier to just sort of put music on, put writing online. We don't have to pay for printing. You don't have to sit there and go out in the street and hand them out for free. It doesn't take as much of your time. But yeah, she's doing
money in printing costs.
Definitely, exactly. So she's doing a fanzine / blog for her final major project, and was basically just asking me a bunch of questions about the music scene and just what I do and things like this. But it was nice because I went into Suffolk New College to do that and to talk to her. I got to see all the some of the old teachers.
Wow.
I got to see Luke, who was actually a student there the year above me, who was before you joined.
Yes, I know Luke. Yeah, briefly.
So it was quite nice to sort of run into him and sort of see how he's been doing. And it's kind of strange just to see just the difference in caliber of facilities they have there now.
Yeah.
So if you're listening and you're kind of thinking of of studying music, and it's in your brain, but you don't quite know how to get it out. They do have some good facilities there, so you might want to check it out.
Both tech and performance are very well spec'd, and you've got some great teachers teaching it as well. Murray
Collins, full-time musician, studied there for the music tech course, and then went on to West Suffolk College to do University of West Suffolk. Went to fully do his degree and has done him right. So not that I'm getting anything from this. It's just the fact of I studied at Suffolk College, you studied at Suffolk College, yes. Harley, and it's done us all right. Good
people have come out of that college.
Yeah, exactly. So, not us, but other people.
Better people than us.
Yes, good people with morals, not us.
Yes.
So the next day I was doing a session. I was recording some guitar for Ms. Meg Burrows.
Oh, yes.
As she has a new single coming out soon. Watch this space. We actually co-wrote it, and it's different to her last album, Songs from the Lane, but not to the fact where it's just like a polar opposites. Yeah, exactly. It's not like grime. She is. She's working on it. She's going to be sort of releasing new things about it soon, so in the next coming weeks. So let us know if you're interested, and we'll give you a little bit of a teaser for it.
Meg did actually ask if I was available this week to have a rehearsal with her. I see she's looking to do some more gigs and such. And I'm really excited because I'd love to do some gigs with her. But these next couple of weeks are just super crazy busy, so I haven't been able to sort of to nail down a time where we can sort of jam some stuff
Meg's
out.
Been cocooning a bit. She's a very, very busy woman. She's been doing she works full time at Waterstones.
Yeah.
She also does reading clubs. She writes. She's also been writing music as well as gigging and things, but she's been much less out there. Because she's just been making sure that it's going to be the right time. So she's going to be she was already a butterfly. Imagine what would happen if a butterfly went to a cocoon and came out again.
Like a double butterfly.
Like a lard fly? No.
I'm just thinking like an X-wing, but a butterfly.
Yes, that's sick. It has lasers and stuff.
Well, I'm just thinking of having 4 wings, but we can go with the lasers too.
Lasers.
Laser butterfly.
Pew! Cool. Yeah. So enjoy the laser, Meg. So then that weekend I was with Impilo at Copers. So it was Coppers. Sorry.
Thank you.
It was.
Did you ask? Did you double check?
No. I'm just doing it for your sake.
Yeah, but I mean it's Coppers.
You get offended anyway. So I ended up playing guitar for them for the first gig. I was originally doing the PA for them anyway. I talked about this on the show before that. But yeah, it was a good show. It was really fun.
Good.
We vibed. It was nice. Yeah, you were saying beforehand.
I was there before
and
after. And not during.
Good old Bean saved us because Rainer did not have a drum carpet with him, so you helped him get that, and you brought my microphone back from when Pessimist used it at Area 51.
I did, and I've still got your bag for it as well.
Oh, you got my little sack.
Yeah.
My leathery
I was going to
sack.
say, one thing I forgot to talk about. Oh, did I? No, I don't think I did. No,
go on.
Ignore me.
No, it's very difficult too.
No, I was going to say, I talked about doing the recording with Guerrero Street last week already, haven't I? I'm getting confused because you're doing 2 weeks, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. No, but that was cool. I watched some of the videos for the Guerrero Street stuff. You did a great job. Diffley actually did send me a little sneaky preview of 4 of the tracks, and I've been listening to them in the car, and they sound amazing.
Oh, nice.
I love the Nujabes track. That's really, really nice.
Yeah.
I was actually trying to play it on the guitar, figured it out from Jacob Tierney's. You had a problem thinking it's Jacob Marshall Tierney. You were like, I was listening to the podcast, you're like, it's Jacob. I was like, Jacob Marshall Tierney. It's Jacob Marshall Tierney. Yeah, he got there in the end.
I got this. I got it cool.
You got this. Yeah. So well done with that. But yeah, the Copers gig was really fun because I was just obviously watching and listening and feeling the time from Rainer and Murray most of the time. So it was quite nice to follow for once.
How was it mixing the sound in there? Because it's a very loud room. It's very lively.
Murray and I did it together. I mean, because it was my kit, but Murray has his specific way he wants Impilo to sound. So I was just kind of like, okay, I'll get everything plugged in and you can do your graphic stuff. It is quite difficult, especially with it's never really completely jam-packed in there.
Yeah.
that'll come. I think because not everybody knows.
It's a young venue, really, isn't it?
Exactly.
So especially for music, they've been going. I don't know how long they've been going. 6 months or so, maybe.
Oh, crikey!
I think they opened sort of end of last year.
Yeah, I think it was like at the end of the summer last year. But I can't. We'll figure that out.
But they've only really been doing music this year.
Exactly.
So.
But yeah. So what did I do this week? Well, we had a fantastic show with the Blueswater.
We did.
Didn't we? With Hoppi and the Hopefuls, Andy really, really nailed it. Her signals were on point. There was one point where somebody said F, somebody said C, so I stayed in F, and then I got shouted at.
I said I only ever said C.
Yeah, I think it was Mr. Dolman.
Yep. Never listen to the drummer for keys.
Yeah. Well, he's a music teacher, so it's slightly different.
Oh yeah.
He's a very professional man.
Anyway, we worked our way out of that.
He did a great job. Andy's signals did really well. And that was one of the tightest shows we'd played. There was a really great crowd there.
Yeah.
We're going to commend Blueswater for doing that show because they're on tour at the moment, and you can check out where they're going to be.
Pretty big tour.
It's a huge tour, yeah. They're getting lots of radio coverage across the BBC. But check them out, blueswater.com, I believe, or you can find them on Facebook. We'll link it in the comments below. Yeah. But they had a show just below Newcastle, I believe. I do remember where the place was, and I can't remember what it was. But they had a show.
Newcastle.
Yeah, it was
around that area,
just below Newcastle. The night before Friday, so on Thursday, the 19th, they were playing in Newcastle. Then drove down to Ipswich for the 20th, Friday the 20th, which is where we were, where I put the show on. But it wasn't. They already booked that date the last time they were down here, and they just said, "Can you help me with promoting?" I said, yeah, definitely, because I really enjoyed their show last November.
Yeah.
And but they also had a really good paying gig in West Scotland the next night.
That's mental.
Right, so they came all the way down from Newcastle for the one show and then went immediately back up again.
For the one show? They were on the one show?
Yeah, they filmed that in Ipswich.
Yeah, cool.
No, I hate that show. Anyway, it's the cheesiest thing.
You might be on it one day.
So, I don't know. Then this is going to get dug out, isn't it? I just want to commend them for doing that because they had a fee that they wanted to be paid, and I just said to them, look, we're not getting, Hoppi and the Hopefuls, we didn't get paid for doing that gig.
No.
None of us got paid because we wanted to make sure that they got the most amount of money they could. And I didn't take any money for promoting. Ian from the Smokehouse was like, "Are you kidding me? You're not getting any money." I was like, "No." He was like, "Well, surely they can give you a little bit of money." I was like, "It's just not worth it." If I I think they ended up getting about 150 quid. Blueswater. It's way less than they asked for, and way less than they deserved.
Yeah.
And they were just like, "Look, let me just give you something for your time." I said, "Look, I would rather that I did this for free than do it for like 20 quid because 20 quid is not worth my time.
It's not worth putting in the books."
Yeah, it's just not even worth it. I would just much rather just do it for free, and then we can work together in the future.
Yeah,
just help each other getting gigs down here, help each other getting gigs up there, and just make it much more of a family affair.
That's it. Later down the line, when you guys are sort of promoting your second album, you're massive and sort of wanting to do stuff further afield and outside of Suffolk, beyond England, you might want to go up to Scotland, and you've got a whole team there who are you got those
and they're
guys.
Lovely people.
They're willing to help you out.
Yeah, they're lovely folks. They're very, 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 very nice and unassuming guys, but fantastic players, weren't they?
Very good.
The tightest blues band I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Tightest blues band. I mean, I'm so used to blues being so sloppy because it's just what it is in its essence.
It wants to be loose.
Exactly, loose, and just people will just be like, "Oh, maybe there's a stop here. Maybe we'll end like this. Maybe we won't." And the structure will change each time, but they were so rehearsed, so bang on it.
Yeah,
that I was just in awe.
Yeah,
their drummer Simon, just fantastic timekeeping.
Didn't drop a beat.
They were all eyes and ears though. They were all watching each other all the time. And Felipe, the lead singer, a beautiful vibrato on him. I thought he sounded a little bit like the lead singer from Kings of Leon back in the early days.
Back when they were good.
Yeah, it was "Oh, you got your guns from somehow." Kind of that southern drawl.
That kind of rasp. Yeah, that kind of that upper throat.
But he was doing all of his communication with his eyes and his eyebrows. Felipe was, and his hands, and he would just be a couple numbers up in the air, and it was like this code that you're sitting going, I want to read this code.
I noticed he put 8, and I was like, right, I'm counting for 8s, and there was nothing that counted 8s, but I was like, so that means something to them.
To them, yeah, not
which
to
is
us.
Great.
I love that.
Because that meant there's at least 7 more options of what he could have done.
Yeah, exactly.
If
maybe he was working in binary, but like, 1111111. So like, that's
F.
Damn.
Key change.
There we go. Maybe it was kind of like American football when they're simply like 23, 47, Batman symbol, a hashtag, go. It's the same kind of thing, So the team can't find out, the opposing team can't find out what you're doing. So
Which is great. I think there's a real. I mean, I love watching bands communicate. When you see bands like Snarky Puppy, when League puts the fist to his head to sort of signal the head, which is quite a common term really for that kind of thing. But those kind of little signals, so then it can, that the band are going completely way off script, and they can go as far from the script as they like, as they want, or as they physically can.
As long as he fists his head.
As long as he fists his head, and next thing you know, back in,
Boom.
And back to exactly where it needs to be.
Yeah, no, I love it because it just makes you just have a lot of faith in the show as well when you're watching, and you just know that they're in the pocket with each other.
Yeah.
So well done, Blueswater. We'll chuck one of their songs on the Spotify playlist so everybody can have a listen because you need to hear this. I've been having this orange EP. It's just called the Around Here EP. They've got it available on their website. It's got this beautiful vinyl CD, which is just like what I've got on my album. So you can get that online, but we'll put it on there on the Spotify, etc. So that was fun. Then I had a wedding the next night, which was last Saturday.
Yeah,
it was really fun because just beforehand, we were live on Bernie. Well, not live. We were on the playlist for Bernie Keith's Rock and Roll Heaven. Now, if you're listening and you haven't listened to this, it's a fantastic radio show that goes on every Saturday between, I want to say, 6 and 8, but I only ever get to catch it around 7.
Yeah.
It's fantastic because it brings in all the old school 50s and 60s rock and roll, rockabilly, doo-wop, jivers and swingers, but it also showcases new bands from around here, and he's had us on his playlist for the past month.
Wow.
Just promoting this album launch that we've got coming up Friday, May the 4th be with you. He just did a fantastic plug before and after. But also I tweeted in and I said, we're playing this person and this person's wedding. So it was Kim and Liam's wedding. Kim and Liam last. Congratulations, guys. They got married in Memphis near Sun Studios.
Wow.
And they booked us to play. It was incredible. So I tweeted into Bernie Keith and he just said, congratulations, Liam, and Liam and Kim, because we're having Lockerbillies play their wedding tonight, and here's their track. And it was great because I listened into that show to get ideas for the set for that night. Because he'll play a Bo Diddley track, he'll play Buddy Holly,
and you'll go, oh yeah,
I'm gonna pop that one in tonight. Yeah. So that was quite nice. So shout out to you guys, congratulations. It was a really nice wedding. They were both really, really chilled out. They were just sort of like, play when you want. What first dance do you want? No, you choose. Wow. What time should we start? What time should we finish? No, you just do it how you want. So I played extra because of that.
Because you could.
Yeah, I think what bridezillas and groomzillas do not get is the fact of the more you pressure a band, the less they're going to be into it.
Yeah.
And probably the less you're going to get for your money.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, when you've got those venues, like when you're working at pubs that are nothing but helpful, for you to set up and useful, like you say, those private functions where the organisers are just the most easygoing, or at least, like I say, useful. It might even have to be strict times, but they go, this time, this time, this time, do you need a hand getting set up quicker? Or is this enough time for you to set up? If it's not, I'll see what I can, see what I can do to make sure that you've got what you need. And those people, you're like, I'm going to go above and beyond for those people.
Yeah. You as a musician, or as any worker, as in any job, if a manager is just too micromanagement, then most of the time you're just going to be like, I'm going to do it my way anyway. I'm not like that. Somebody tells me to do something, I do it, right? Thank you.
No, that's me.
So somebody tells me to do something, I just do it. But the love is in it less, if that makes sense. So I played for longer than usual at the wedding on Saturday, and the guys were happy to do so because the bride and groom were like, "Here you go, have some food, have a drink. Do you want a drink?"
That's what does it for me. If they're like, "Yeah, we sorted you out for food, we've sorted you out for drinks," and you're like, "Well,"
sometimes I'll do an extra half an hour for that, just because I'm just like, "Yeah, screw it."
I remember we lost a gig with a band. I think it was with Mementos.
Where'd it go? Down the couch?
They didn't. They refused to book us because we are a part of our contract. We asked for food,
right? This is Mementos,
where possible. Yeah, and if we can't get food, then we usually we make sure to work that there's food we can get nearby. This was in the middle of nowhere, and said, "Can you feed us?" And they were like, "No, sorry, we can't afford to."
Right.
Well, okay, well, sure. Apparently, they'd organised bacon rolls to come out before the band starts.
Right.
They couldn't spare 6 bacon rolls for us.
Right.
We're just like, what? I mean, I know like wedding foods can be expensive, but bacon rolls, I don't think there's an expensive bacon roll.
What do you guys think? Tweet in. At Lockerbillies, at Harley C.
Yep.
Because it's a subjective thing whether you should be fed for a gig or not. It's kind of an interesting topic. Right. Yeah. So we're going to get onto the gig list very, very soon. So I want to, just before we do that, show you guys some very interesting new music from a band who are playing locally, who I'm actually playing with this Sunday. Find out when and where after this.
Have a good night.
That's so smooth, isn't it?
That's lovely. That
smooth.
Lovely bass sound there by Murray. Is that playing his court?
Yes,
Sounds
it
like
is.
it.
Yeah, that one is, yeah. So that is Due Time by Impilo. Brand new. That is now available on Spotify. And I believe I have put that on the Spotify playlist. If not,
we must put it on the playlist. You can go listen to it.
Yeah, put it on the playlist.
That was somewhere between Swedish and Jamaican.
Some are like Welsh. Welsh and Indian. So that's a great track.
4 accents there.
I am playing with them this Sunday, so that's going to be super fun. I'll tell you where during the gig list, so stay tuned. But yeah, that track was actually played on last Saturday, which would have been the 28th. It was the BBC introducing. As BBC introducing with Graham and Richard. They had a great show on that one. They played new stuff from Jade May Jean, new stuff from The Catch. I wanted to play the new Catch song today, but we don't have quite enough time for the track. But again, I'll put it on the Spotify playlist. I think I actually might have already put it on there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because we did talk about The Catch a couple times.
Yeah.
And this is their new single, Sort It Out. It's great. But yeah, we were on the Lockerbillies were on BBC Music Introducing last week as well. So the great thing was that show came out on Saturday, live Saturday. So we were on Bonnie Keith's Rock and Roll Heaven from I think it was 6:30.
Yeah.
And then we were on BBC Music Introducing at 8:30, and they came across the same bandwidth. Because it came out through BBC Suffolk.
Yeah.
And so I was just super like, yes,
nice.
Radio promo, it's kind of working.
That's kind of the thing, though. It's really good to have that reinforced thing. When we talk about like when we were working with Oddball, when we were working out how we're going to do them, like advertise that.
Oddball and the Shifty Chins, who are gigging this week.
Yes,
I said Oddball and the Shifty Chins. I think that's a better name. You have quite a shifty chin. You're hiding it with a beard. What's it doing?
My chin shifting right now.
What is it hiding?
It's hiding Chuck Norris's fist.
Oh! How long's it been stuck in there?
Oh no, it's like it comes out. It's I sold it. He sold it to me. It was great.
Like aliens.
Oh yeah, just like aliens. Yeah, no.
Oddball.
We have orange and purple. No, yellow and purple.
Branding.
Posters, and we thought, well, what we want to do is get into as many pubs as postable, and have that poster in as many pubs as possible. So then when people go from one pub to another to see various bands, they see the same logo, they see the same poster and go, well, these guys are showing up all over the place. They must be...
Get about a bit, don't they?
Yeah, get about a bit. And that kind of reinforces the thing. So for those people who don't necessarily like go and see new music, they kind of get... Well, these guys must be good because they're playing in the same place multiple times. And that's the same sort of thing. If you got someone who listens to radio all day and they hear your song more than once or more than one time, more than twice a day, or multiple times throughout the week.
Yeah, there must be a big deal.
Yeah, that's it. They go, well, these must be something worth noting. They maybe they're not just a band that's that's doing small gigs.
One hit wonder.
Yeah, that's it. They're not just a young band of young scallywags that don't really know what they're doing. These guys are a force to be reckoned with.
There were different songs each time as well when we were on the radio as well.
That's cool.
Her Loving on Bernie Keith's show and I Don't Care on on the BBC Music Introducing, which we've played both of those on this show. You can look back and hear those.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, because I'm a little bit biased.
And these will be on the Spotify playlist as soon as the album is released. When is the album being released?
Oh, there's an album coming out?
Oh, is there?
There is a Lockerbillies album coming out.
There's an album coming out?
Oh, did you know about this?
I did not know about this.
I've been shut up about it for about 3 months.
I hadn't noticed. But yeah, so when's that coming out?
Yeah, to be honest, we do say each week how much we don't listen to. We don't remember anything we say each week.
No.
But yeah, no, okay, the album is coming out this Friday, May the 4th. Funnily enough, I've got, Star Trek. No, it's not Star Trek. You Luddite. No, of course not. It's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Thank you.
So I actually got a delivery the other day because for the I Don't Care video, we're going to be quite literal to the lyrics. And at some point it says, my motivator can't be repaired. And that's a Star Wars reference because it's a bit, Uncle Owen's got a busted motivator. So I bought an R5D4 figure from the 90s. It's actually quite a limited edition one. I got it for like £5. And the guy was a bit annoyed at that. But yeah, I've got it sitting at home. And it's just the droid from A New Hope that the Jawas sell before R2D2 goes to Luke Skywalker and he blows up on the way. So yeah, I love it. He's even got blowing up action.
That's really nerdy. And I love the fact that you're going to do that, and there will be about 4 people on this planet that will get that reference.
It's like Rick and Morty-esque.
Yeah, it is. It's an Easter egg.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to do these things. And but yeah, it's still in the box. Don't worry, guys. I haven't sullied it. So it's even more nerdy. So yeah, we have the album launch coming is this Friday, May the 4th. If you're listening to this, no, stop Star Trekking. Live long and feel good.
No,
yes,
I hate that song so much. So why did I sing it?
Oh, it's going to be stuck in your head now. So the rep this Friday, if you're listening to this on YouTube when we've just released it, it's going to be tomorrow or tonight, or it's in the past, or maybe the 2 people you listen to are dead. Wow, that's deep, mate. Somebody might be listening to us in about 40 years' time. I don't know why we're going to be dead in 4 years.
Are we therefore immortal? Because our souls will live forever in our recordings.
Wow, mate.
In our music.
I don't think... if anybody selected people to be immortal, it's not us.
No, we have... Yeah, no, we probably shouldn't.
So, speaking of the album launch, I had a little idea a month ago about trying to get more people through the door. Because that is quite, people that are listening who have put on shows before, it's quite difficult to have to sell tickets in advance. Most people like to pay on the door, but I have made it cheaper to pay in advance. It's £5 advance, £10 on the door.
No brainer.
£15 with an album. So I thought, okay, let's try and see if we can get some more people in. So I contacted good friend of the Lockerbillies and of the Rock Project.
Oh yes,
Miss Tallulah Goodtimes.
Yeah, boy.
Who Sophie is a phenomenal sonic artist.
Yep.
She plays some of the coolest parties up and down this country. I've been looking through her Facebook and her Instagram, and she just goes to the coolest places.
Yeah.
Plays with the coolest bands as well. She played New Year's with the Lockerbillies at St. Peter's as part of Beer in the Evening. Beer and Co. with Greg. And I just thought, right, we need to team up. And so she's done a fantastic remix.
I'm imagining like a Lockerbilly / Tallulah Goodtimes like formation, like Power Rangers.
We just have a Zord. Yeah, that'd be great. But it would have like it would Charleston the whole time, like da 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 destruction. So she has done this awesome remix, which is available for anybody who buys a ticket for this Friday, May the 4th, as a free download.
Free.
Now, I mean, technically free. You've already paid for a ticket, but the ticket, the new.
But you could buy the ticket without the free download for the same price.
Yeah,
so it's free.
It's free, mate.
It's free. Yeah.
People could say they don't want it, but you do want this. You want this. I was so excited. I got the track yesterday. Yeah.
Wow.
And Yeah, because it's bless her. She has a bunch of glass in her hands from a while back, where she just had an altercation with a glass wizard.
Yeah.
Who threw glass shards at her in a mounted battle atop a mountain.
I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah, we've all been there. And so she'd been in surgery doing this. I've got stuff in my mouth again, have I?
No, it's me.
Every
I'm
time that
doing
you
that.
do like little, you've got something on your lips there. So she spent loads of time with plaster cast on her hand. She got an assistant to mix it for me, and we're gonna play it at the end of this show.
Oh wait,
we're gonna play.
I
it
really
want to
hear this. I'm looking forward to this.
Nobody's heard it apart from the people that have bought tickets.
I'm tempted to buy a ticket to your show, even though I can't go.
Oh, buddy,
just so I can have a download.
Well, you'll be able to listen.
Therefore,
to this.
then it isn't a free download. I'm paying for the download because
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
getting the ticket.
Yeah.
So I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah. Well, okay. So
Actually,
this is
buy this Tallulah Goodtimes remix and get free entry to the Josh
free entry.
Lockerbillies album launch.
I'm not sure what's better value for money, to be honest, because this is a really cool track. Like, I was listening to it, like, she sent it to me just as I was getting out of the shower, and I didn't even wait to dry myself. I was just like, play, and I'm sitting there like and I was just sitting there like the whole time, like, speechless. And at the end of it, I just realised I was just in a little puddle on the floor. Like, so good.
Which you didn't realise that you were a puddle on the floor because you were still wet from being in the shower.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I myself was the puddle. I had merged with it, and I had to do like a whole Terminator 2 at the end. And just... Yep, all the noises today. So, yeah, stick around for the end of the gig list to hear the new Vengeance remix. What?
Cool. So, what are you up to this week?
Well, I want you to go first because you have 2 gigs this weekend.
I
don't
got
you?
3 gigs this weekend.
3 gigs.
Yeah, so
that's a trifecta.
Okay, yeah. So I have this Friday on May the 4th. Be with you. I am playing at the Golf Hotel with Chart Attack. We have got Depp guitarist with us this weekend, Mr. Andy Bartlett, or as I like to call him, Mr. Brandy Tartlett.
Brilliant. That sounds really tasty.
I've never licked him.
Oh, a brandy.
But he is very tasty in his guitar stylings.
Yeah.
So we're getting together for rehearsal on Wednesday to go through some stuff. I'm really looking forward to making some noise. We've got a couple of new songs on the set. We thought we're doing 2 gigs this weekend. We need some new tracks to play for you guys.
Are they new, or are they like new to you?
They're new to us.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what songs we're doing. One's a fairly new track.
Cool.
I thought it was fairly new track.
Bean Clanned it.
It was from 2014, 2013. Yeah. That's not very new, but in my mind, that's like 6 months old.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's still a current song. Really, it's one of those songs that's really well done. So we're working on that. So
keep it tuned in.
Yeah, we're going to be doing that. We're not only playing Friday night at the Golf Hotel, we're also playing Sunday afternoon
Gopher Hotel.
At the Gopher Hotel. We're playing Sunday afternoon at the where is it called? Isaac's.
Hey!
Yeah, so we're starting at 3:00. It's
a Chart Attack show.
Chart Attack show at Isaac's in the afternoon. It's great because that's where we did our first gig actually.
Isaac's in the afternoon with Harley.
There we go. We have a jingle for our live gig. We'll have to play that. So we're looking forward to that again. Hoping the weather stays good for it. Apparently we're going to have highs of 17 this weekend.
Wow,
so that would be nice to to maybe hopefully play in a. I've never played at Isaac's during bad weather. It's always been really good weather when I've played there. So I don't know whether we'll be moved inside or not.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure they'll work it out.
Yeah, I mean, the Goofy Dust we played when it was drizzling.
Yeah.
So and people still stayed out. So yeah, like you can't keep the Ipswich music scene from seeing a gig.
No,
it's crazy.
They're good old people. They are. They're a good bunch.
We are a good bunch. We're part of it.
And to
the amount of times I've stood in the rain to go and watch a band that.
Oh yeah.
There's just a bunch of mates.
I like it when you go when you're at a big festival and it's raining, but not quite enough. But then the heat coming off the people means the rain evaporates before it hits the people.
It's like a force field.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got an Oddballs gig this week.
I have indeed. Yes. So Sunday night, I'm
Oddball and
packing
Shifty
down
Chins.
from the gig on the Sunday and driving straight to Felixstowe. Oh, not straight to Felixstowe. There's a couple of corners on the way.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Not as the crow flies.
No, because
drives.
I'd get wet. Also, the van
hit a
can't
tree.
fly. I'd hit a tree, yes, like I did on the way here nearly.
I am an ant.
So we're playing at the Cork with Oddball and Shifty twins, starting about 10:30. So we've got a nice big space between the two sets, and going on till late.
You done unpistoned me.
I wish I had filmed
You're
that.
taller than me now, Harley.
Yeah, I got that.
good.
Sorry, I just moved your chair down.
Yeah,
Without, this is great podcasting. It's great audio medium. So, so anyway, back to me. Sorry about causing a distraction for myself there. Yeah, so we're playing there. We've got 2 new songs as well that night as well with
cool.
Oddball. We've got some Tom Jones and we've got some Rolling Stones.
That's great.
So
Rolling Jones.
We've got the Rolling Jones or the Tom Stones.
Nice.
So that'll be some nice, good classic rock. The Tom Jones one is rocked up just a little bit, just so you know.
Just a little bit.
I'm not going to tell you what song it is. Sex bomb, sex bomb.
Sweet.
It's not that. But yeah, that kind of concludes my weekend. I've got recording day all on Monday. I'm going to be doing some mixing with that band, Guerrero Street. I've also got some recording for some sections for a new client at Area 51 Studios.
Cool.
So we're going to be doing some, I think, some live solo vocal performance work, which will be great. And maybe I think we're doing some piano recording in the evening as well.
Oh, great.
Which will
Great.
be
It's getting really busy for your Area 51 then.
Yes. That'll be an on-location system set up as well. So we're going to be taking our studio out of the studio to go record an acoustic piano.
Area 52.
Yes, Area 52.
Area 51A.
Yeah.
Good. Area 51A.
Cool. So what about you? What's going on with you this weekend, man?
Well, we have the album launch this Friday, May the 4th. Get your tickets in. You can get it from ticketsource.com. Check it out. And also, I am playing with Impilo this Sunday with Ipswich May Day Festival. That's going to be incredible because we've got the Global Village stage on there. We are actually headlining it, I believe. Because I'm filling in for Gav Mac. Unfortunately, he's still not with us. I miss him. But yeah, they've got speakers: Emily Thornbury from the Shadow First Secretary of State, Chris Bolch, Assistant General Secretary PCS Union, Sandy Martin, Labour Party MP for Ipswich, and Becky Ty from Unison. On the Roger McKay stage, they got the Whitey and the Innerheart Band, which is of the Innerheart Band, right? Which are incredible. Ashton Jones used to have them all the time, but they are a fantastic band in their own right and toured all over the world. Global Village stage, we got Orange and the Ipswich Roma Choir, but we are headlining the Global Village stage at Impilo.
Nice.
So check that out. We'll be playing the new Due Time track, which is now available on Spotify. And on the Unite stage, loads of great acts, including Mr. Beardy FX.
Ah, yes.
He was there doing the lighting for Blueswater. He did a fantastic job.
He did very good. Very good.
It's really good to know that he's there on board with the Smokehouse now. So cheers for getting involved, boy.
I feel I must add something else that will happen this week.
What's that, boy?
Which was very recently that I forgot to mention earlier, and I feel really bad because I was so proud of my adult rock project students.
Of course, the railway. Well done, guys.
Yes,
we haven't got enough time to properly talk about that. Maybe we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Because they were there. I wasn't there because I was also teaching and gigging.
Yeah,
but yeah, they were.
I've heard they were fantastic.
So.
They've been working really hard. They had obviously you had the rock project session on Monday. We did a full length.
Proper run through
start finish, plug and play.
Yeah.
They also had a rehearsal Saturday, and they're all a little bit nervous because they all felt they didn't play quite 100% in rehearsal. But then they went home and practiced like mad because the performance went really incredibly well.
Okay, well, it's a testament to your teaching, my friend. Well done.
I was good. It was
also,
good.
coming up this week, we have Beach Fest, the first ever Beach Fest.
Beach Fest!
Beach Fest!
Cool. I'll be there with Rock Project.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, because the Rock Project are doing the 5th show. You have fantastic acts such as Serena Grant, TOW, Castell, MJ Soul, Strike the Sun, favourites of the Harley and Josh show.
Yeah.
And a silent disco at the end.
I'll be there.
Starting off Saturday at 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. this Saturday, 5th of May. The Rock Project, which we both have polos on for right now.
We're ready.
We're both wearing the Rock Project
I think this is the first time we've both had our t-shirts on already.
Apart from the first time you gave me the shirt and I put it on live on air.
You did indeed.
So, there's going to be... Is that the seniors, the juniors and seniors?
I think they are, yeah. I think they're both doing something.
Great.
I haven't been much in the organisation side of things, but I think they are both doing it. That's
going to be great. Okay, so we got The Girl in the Hat, Meg Hughes, James Nunn, Hurricane Wolves, Saving Scarlet, Motherfunker. It's going to be incredible. Falling from Trees, and
Ouch.
In My Disguise, who we've also played on this show.
Yes.
Great band. And Another Scarlet Disco. So check that out, 4th to the 5th of May. That's in Felixstowe outside Copers. So enjoy that.
Copas.
Oh, man, fine. The Beowulf Festival. That's the one I had not heard of.
Nice.
But it's including... there's spoken word, there's political speeches, there's poems, there's artwork, there's crafts all around Woodbridge. But most importantly, there's music. And on the Beowulf Music Festival, Friday, 11 o'clock, techno brunch with Girl and a Gale at the Ferry Quay. 8:30. Why I got turned onto this? Fishclaw are playing. This Friday, 8:30. I can't make it because I'm doing the album launch, May the 4th, at the Rep in Ipswich.
Yeah.
But if you're a Fishclaw fan, get down to the Angel because that is a great venue for them.
Yeah,
That'll
sure.
be huge.
But if you actually do it,
Yeah.
you actually get donuts if you do it verbatim.
Exactly. But that's all we've got time for the gigs list. We've got loads coming up. But yeah, this is the exclusive play of the free download that you can get for tickets for this album launch on Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out. This is the Tallulah Goodtimes remix of JS and Lockerbillies, Vengeance.
Bye!
Bees!
Vengeance is mine, and vengeance is sweet. Well, vengeance is mine. Vengeance is sweet. Vengeance is mine. Vengeance is sweet. and vengeance is sweet. Vengeance is mine, and vengeance is sweet. Well, vengeance is mine. Vengeance is sweet. Vengeance is mine. Vengeance is sweet.
It's the Harley and Josh show on iRadio.